Should we say hi again so we know who's who?
Okay. Ben Stiller.
Rob Cohen.
David Cross.
Me, Bob Odenkirk.
Jeff Kahn.
So we decided we were going to, this is our last episode, and I guess we went back to we'd done the U2 Bar Mitzvah.
The rockumentary.
And we did the U2 commercial,
Lucky
right?
Charms.
When you guys were shooting this looks so good.
It's
Yeah.
massive.
It's like amazing.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's relevant today.
It really stands the test of time.
No, it is.
Yeah,
I guess
It's
it is.
totally relevant.
Is it?
U2's big, and
But look how we
And
were
as
integrating Manson in there. They're just
Yeah.
like,
We
weird.
did a-
and
we're
Bono still
pimping our
does
own
the same
show.
moves, and he
Yeah.
still looks the same way.
He does do his thing.
I remember this. We had like 5 or 6 cameras going at the same time on this. Wasn't
This
there?
And a
is a big
crane.
deal, man.
And a crane.
It was
Yeah, this-
amazing.
obviously, the Zoo tour was happening at that point.
Yeah, I think Zoo Tour happened for about 2 years, so.
And there
This
you
is-
are, Barry
Adam.
Mullen Jr.
This is a good example, though, of the show being a little weirder and more absurd than almost any other show that would have an impersonation like this. You know what I mean?
Well, there were less jokes, I think, is what's going on.
It's also
We just kind of...
That's some killer drumming too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Every time I had to drum as Larry
That's
Mullen, I
Dorian,
dreaded it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Who was that?
Ben
Yeah.
would have to show me how to
Dorian.
drum, because
Oh, right.
Ben was a drummer.
That's right.
And then I would, like... It was hard. It was so hard.
And
Here's
Jeff
Jeff.
Kahn.
There's Jeff.
Who's
Now
that
you have a
beautiful
face
girl?
to put with the voice that you're
yeah,
hearing.
there. I had a little beard thing there. I think I grew it in.
Now, Jeff, when was the first time that you did the Edge? And we did.
Okay,
Jeff and I did like a little live.
We did a
act
stand-up show. An
Back
act.
in-
I
An
saw
act.
it, actually, back in New York.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did see
back
it.
in like
yeah.
it was a very kind of just amorphous sort of like I don't know what we were doing.
Bits.
What year was that?
88,
88.
88, and
And we
89.
were trying to.
I just love playing that Rickenbacker guitar. I can tell you that right now.
So we were
Just
trying to
faking it.
What was it the U2 thing we did on stage?
We did. What did we do? We turned around and we did Ochek brand cereal. That's what we
Okay,
did.
so that was.
We
the
did a
idea for
commercial
the
and then-
commercial that we did on the show later on.
Yeah, for the Lucky
Because we were kind of
Clovers.
obsessed with U2. I remember I was obsessed with U2 after I saw Rattle and Hum.
Well, yeah, we watched Rattle and Hum every frame, and then we had to break it apart, and
Ben, you
we
said
it's
that
like studied U2.
on that last show. You said the cops thing was the last thing we shot. This didn't come after.
This
No.
came
No,
after.
Because we
No, it was
I'm
medieval
telling you, I know
times.
why. Because I had to get on an airplane that night.
You had to leave.
From medieval times. Because that's I'll always remember. That was our last night of shooting
Huh.
something. I think we did the stuff in the studio, and then we went on location, and that was it.
I see. So
yeah.
TV isn't done the night that you show it.
No, TV is placed in a
How did they-
container and sent out into orbit.
It's a series of pneumatic tubes
Right.
that reach.
that
So there aren't there are no little people inside this monitor.
No, right
that
now
looks like me, like a little me.
Right. No, that's an image of
Okay,
you.
forget it.
All
I
right.
can't. I'll never
You're
figure
never
it
gonna
out.
get it. Yeah.
Well, I could explain the electronics to you because I definitely understand them.
Well, now Bob, you bring up an interesting point.
What happened to the little people
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
before? Yeah.
Well, let's talk about something real. Why don't we talk about how? We're talking about just since this is the writers here, or like not all the writers, but a bunch of the writers. Can you guys talk about what the what it was like in the in the offices writing the show and how it happened? I mean, was there any, or was it different than any other experience you'd had? Like on Saturday Night Live, you would go in during the week and
Well,
had a very
definitely-
specific framework.
Yeah.
Well, you were the professor.
Well,
That I
all-
remember.
All sketch shows are pretty sloppy. And the great thing about a good sketch show is, everybody gets to express themselves and have their own sensibility. And that's true with Rob on this show, and even David, TJ, Pudertoots, and Jeff. Everybody has sketches that they can point to.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Dana Gould write this?
Yeah, Otto the Anti-Cupid.
Because that is Dana Gould.
But
Yeah.
then it goes through a room and it kind of gets brought up to, so there's like a shared level of jokes and sensibility. And I think with this show, with the Ben Stiller show, there was a little more purity to the ideas. Like, they didn't get roomed out,
that was the key.
thinned out.
Oh,
by
Yeah,
the
definitely.
room.
and I think that then you would produce your own sketches. So you'd like, if that was your
Right.
sketch, even though people would hop on other people's sketches and everybody was helping each other out, you sort of got to see your sketch through casting and costume and editing,
And
right?
I do.
So that was what's
I remember being really surprised and like really pleasantly surprised when you were asking me input and having me come down to the set on that stuff. I was like, oh, cool. I thought it was like, you're right, because again, I had no past experience or frame of reference, and I thought you wrote it, send it in, that's it, and you sit and you try to come up with more ideas. So I was really impressed and excited about that.
But also, Jeff, I think, brought up a great point where we all those tiny little offices. Bob and I shared the smallest one, I think, in the whole row, and you would just go room to room and have people pitch stuff and put it in the packet. And it was great. I haven't been on a show since then.
yeah. We were all
much of a team.
friends, and we were all like.
But did people get along? Weren't there some fights that weren't there camps that
just
only
stupid
one?
stuff.
Can we talk about that fight? Let's talk about that.
Was there any other? I don't think
That was the fight.
I don't
You're talking
even
about the
think-
Woody Allen
Yeah,
fight, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Jeff
you know
did
why?
the-
You know why? Because it broke
think
the
it's funny.
show down into different sections.
But you have to describe what happened between.
I don't
you
want to
and-
bring up bad memories,
It's
but
not-
it was funny. I
You
thought.
had a fight with
Somebody
you
punched
beat
a
up
wall.
Woody Allen.
I finally beat him up. I was like, stop it already.
Finally.
God.
Jeff and Andy Dick were trying to play Woody Allen in a sketch we were doing, and
Well,
we had a
we were writing. Everybody was writing this Woody Allen sketch
Right.
too, right? There was Dino and I were writing one, and you guys were writing another one, right?
Yeah, but there
And
was
then
there was
we
a
all-
Woody off outside of Bob and our office,
And then there was
we
this
didn't
Woody off
judge.
because Ben actually wanted me to play Woody, and I did a little acting on the show.
Was I pro you playing Woody?
You were pro me,
And then
that-
Bob was like, Andy should play Woody because he's in the cast, right?
Right. So Bob was like a country lawyer, and he started going from room to room
Really?
and talking about why Andy, and very calmly, because Andy would come in and go, I'm 50 times better actor than you are, and he was very upset. And then I get
and
upset. And
rude.
I heard I punched the wall, but
You
I
did
can't.
punch the
You
wall.
did. You
I-
punched the
you
wall.
I
punched the
punched
hole in
the
the
wall.
wall.
Well,
and it was
yeah.
beautiful.
Was it?
So there was a little excitement.
There
and
was an
sort of,
excitement.
like-
I really wanted to play Woody Allen, but at this point, it's like
This is a pretty cool sketch.
Who
Yeah.
wrote this sketch?
Dana.
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 This is all
Yeah.
him. Right. Well, he has very smart, funny ideas.
Yeah,
that
he's a great writer.
He's done a bunch of short films too that he's like written and
Yeah, he just did
directed.
another one. That's great that he
Oh,
directed.
really?
Yeah, it's great.
The one thing that's not good about not really having a room redo every idea is that ideas can be there's a great thing about a sketch show where when ideas are very different from each other, you get a lot of variety, and that's great. And then sometimes it can feel like things aren't really connected. You know what I mean?
But I thought that helped on this show because it
No,
was,
I know it can be great, but it can be negative because I think viewers can feel like Monty Python you watch and you kind of like know you're watching Monty Python even though they don't repeat ideas or characters really.
right.
That's because they sat in a room and everything went through this same group.
But this, I think, not to keep droning on about this, but I think the good thing with this show, with the personalities involved, is you could sort of tell people's personalities on certain sketches, and that when you mix it all together, it was really great. And when people would team up, usually it would sort of help highlight that. And I just thought it was great. Like, Ben, you and I have like a sick love of pop culture, movies, and things like that. And
Right.
And Bob,
Dino wrote this.
Bob, I'm trying to compliment you.
As we say
Yeah,
this,
but you know
Rob
what?
is
Let me
wearing his
just
Batman
say-
tee.
Yes,
You're right. I
who
just
wrote-
wanted to say
who wrote this
Dino wrote
sketch?
this.
Dino.
This
Yeah.
was really funny. I thought.
This is actually Dino's 5th birthday party, verbatim.
I feel like what everybody, what this show, all this,
that's the Dino.
he loves kids doing nasty
Yes.
things.
He loves dark.
The production quality of this show, the directing, and the look of it is amazing for a sketch show. There's no sketch show.
But also
that
it's
stayed
filmed.
this
I think
high level.
And can I say just about that? I think that the only reason that we had that was because we wanted to do it. I think any show could do it if they really cared about it, or
Yeah.
and it was just something that we wanted to do. And
Here's
I
your,
think a lot of shows just don't care, and it's not that important. And at the end of the day, I don't know how important it is because if something's funny, it's funny. It doesn't matter if it looks great or not. But it was, just something that.
But don't you
I
think
don't know.
that film? I mean, with certain sketches, like you have to do it on film just to like Manson on video would never fly.
I mean,
I think
it
the
would
look
though.
is-
I think it would have been just as funny.
You
think
You
so?
could just do
I-
black and white video; it would be just as funny. But just happened to.
I think
that
the
we-
look was a part of the show. I think that the fact that it looked like that, it added to it. It gave it a.
Yeah, I think it
gave it a
adds
de-
to
a
it, but I'm
deeper
just
level.
saying, I've found like over the years too, like when you work on things in movies, sometimes you do these things that are really like special effects, or big kind of involved things that are part of a comedy. Sometimes at the end of the day, what's the funniest thing is the interaction between two people. It's just a
Right.
funny
I agree,
scene.
totally.
And you learn that lesson a number of times, and then you kind of realize, well, there's a balance there that
Right.
it has to be there, on the page.
Do you want to talk about this character?
Well, this was a character
Michael Rubel's
that we had in the
started, right?
pilot episode also that was kind of based on an agent that I had, my first agent, who I won't name by name.
Do you
But,
remember when you first did that character?
we did it in the Colin Quinn special.
And before that,
Where was,
in my
oh, right, in your audition tape.
my audition tape,
Jeff and I met in Chicago, and we were putting together an audition tape in 1988.
like 88, 87, 88.
Yeah, and I was your agent pitching you, like, what was I pitching?
Well, you were torturing me and telling me what I shouldn't do or shouldn't do, and how you were representing all like Kirk Cameron and.
Right, and then Colin Quinn, I directed this MTV special because Colin was on Remote Control, the series. That was a popular series with Ken Ober, and Colin was the sidekick and got very popular for a while on the channel, and they gave him his own special. And so
Back to Brooklyn.
yeah. But I think that was kind of the same character, but it was the head of the MTV network.
This sketch is also a good example
No, I
of the
think
weird celebrities
you
we
were the
get.
agent just pitching him.
the thing
This is a
is-
good example of the weird celebrities.
We
This-
had Alex Karras coming into Michael Ferre's office.
Oh yeah.
And we had
Tom
Tom Arnold
Norman
and
Fell did the show.
Run DMC.
Run DMC, yeah.
Norman
And-
Fell.
And in the pilot,
Gary Coleman.
right.
And there are 100 agents just like this. still.
Yeah, I mean that's
There are
that's the-
always. This is the personality that's drawn to that job.
it really is the frightening truth, I think as we went along, we tried to make his nose look more and more like
Like a
an actual
ferret, yeah.
weaselly.
Yeah.
This is like a standard part of what you guys would do, where you'd all take a schwitz together, and you
Right.
just brought the cameras in for one of these.
We would have writer meetings in the steam room.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
An old Hollywood tradition.
It is an old Hollywood tradition.
Don't they do this on Jiminy Glick now?
They do it at the
Steam
end
room.
of Jiminy Glick.
Yeah.
They do.
Let's sue.
Food is fast and delicious.
Okay, so thanks, and just remember, buy
I don't.
those products.
What was
'cause
the?
they're
What
good.
are we doing here?
Really do work.
Oh.
Oh.
It's kind of an odd little piece.
John F. Kennedy was assassinated for one reason only, because he was obsessed with the dream.
No,
of
this is
mass-producing
me and you,
electric
right?
cars.
Excuse
it
me.
wasn't
guys.
me.
I was
Then it was
just out
just-
in a
then it was
park.
me.
I think it was
Judd
David
wa-
Cross.
Judd was there, and I was just I trying to memorize it and then do it real quick
wait, did
before
we,
my brain
are we
lost
including
it.
this on the? We're gonna. I think we have dailies of this, which is kind of interesting. Of like you doing it, like the camera's running and.
Is
doing
it
a couple
good?
things. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
you can
cool.
approve it if you want.
No, you can just
But,
put it on. I don't care.
No, but it's funny because I think you see like how your process works in terms of
Oh,
like
wow.
you kind of like kind of play around with it, but also.
Oh,
do
good.
lines.
Rob, you didn't write this with me?
I don't remember.
You know,
Maybe.
I don't
Maybe
know
it was
who
Judd.
wrote it.
Maybe
I'm
it was
sorry.
Judd. Maybe it was
I
Judd.
thought Judd had something to do with the writing of this.
This.
Oh, this is a
God.
wild sketch.
This is
oh
weird.
man.
This is.
This was a
I'm
beauty.
I'm so
This
humiliated.
is one of the greatest things to watch being filmed for about 90 reasons.
This is how I. The only way I could get on the show
There's
is like
Jeff Kahn with
that.
his
Ben
hair.
would. What Ben wouldn't want to do it, and then they call up to the writers' room and say, "You can do this now, Jeff. So run down." And I wouldn't. I didn't know what the sketch was.
Who didn't want to do it?
I wouldn't. You didn't want to do it.
I was supposed to be in it. And I
Yeah,
didn't want
and
to
you
because
were
I was
like-
directing it, right?
Right.
No, I
And
don't
didn't
think. I don't think you wanted to do it.
Maybe I just didn't want to.
Yeah. I think
But I have to take responsibility because this is an example of why sometimes when you have a dream that you think would be a funny sketch, I swear to God, I had a
We
dream
talked about this.
that I thought I dreamt this sketch.
Did you really?
Yeah.
But
And
it's funny.
It's
Andy
whatever
does
it
it-
is. It just didn't translate the way how you wake up and you think something's hilarious and then you tell people.
You're telling me your dream was better than this?
Yeah, it was better than this, and it was shorter too. But for some reason,
Well,
Andy does a
that's
great
cute.
job.
Yeah, he's a good manatee.
I like the insight into how what your brain's doing when you're when you're switched off. Your brain's going.
So Jeff, what was going through your mind when you
I
were
was just-
slamming your hand on the console just then?
All I knew is I was like, come down and just do it. And I said, "What's the sketch?" They said, "We don't know. Just come down and
it's drunk Jacques Cousteau. He's
Yeah.
drunk.
and
You
you're
know,
just gonna help
everybody,
him."
this was a real.
It's
I
kinda sad,
heard about
really,
this
is what it
sketch back at the office. I wasn't down here on the set.
Look at the
But I
prosthetic
remember
piece.
Who,
everybody
mine, you
was-
mean? Look at what is
Look
he
at
doing?
Andy's chin.
But I thought it was funny.
It's a funny sketch.
Yeah, it's
He
okay.
does
It's
a
just
great Jacques Cousteau, and it's silly and
no. Andy's
crazy.
funny in it, and it's just weird. But it's this is a good example of like where we were, at near the end of our run in terms of, just trying to come up with stuff and sometimes the length of these things, they were a little longer than they should have been. I think that's the key to, I don't know if you guys got into that a lot on Mr. Show, but
yeah.
keeping things, moving.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? And sometimes things go on too long and you have to fill the half hour too. And
Well, the sketch is
Well,
officially half
we
the
had a
length of an
different
SNL sketch.
situation. We got to spend more time, I think, actually, with sketches because we were doing a show for HBO, so we do 10 a year. That's
Right,
it. We
right,
never
right.
even did 12 a year. I mean,
There he is. I call him Francois. Hello, Francois. Cut. I love you.
Look at that nose.
Everything I ever loved.
Listen to Andy when he cries.
And didn't Jacques Cousteau's ghost?
Oh, look at that
see you?
earring I have. God almighty.
no, I didn't hear about that, really.
That is it.
Oh, God. I'm just trying to remember my lines. I
Wait,
think
let's,
it's like,
let's hold so we can hear Jeff's accent.
no,
Come on,
please,
shut up.
Don't torture me.
I think Jeff.
I don't want to hear
I have
the
to
accent.
say you're perfect casting for this, though. Really, I mean, I believe that you're a father.
Jacques
You believe that I'm a frog in this?
I am home, Pierre. I can't believe this. Is there anything we can salvage?
people.
I think I can edit something together.
Oh yeah, this is the payoff here.
I see.
Slow, lumbering, do
That's a pretty smart joke, I think, for primetime TV. That's a
Yeah,
really
it's a
smart joke.
smart is-
Way too.
Too smart for this DVD.
No,
Wrap it.
No, it's a great joke. You have to listen closely to get it, and
Right.
it doesn't have a lot of juice in it. You just have to. What he's saying isn't funny. It's all how he's saying it.
This was exciting.
I'm just happy that anybody ever showed up.
Yeah.
Down to
We
do
had
this
great
show because
people.
nobody really had any idea that this thing was on the air.
But you got a call from Bono, didn't you? At some point. In
You
this
ran
whole
into him.
process.
I did run into him at one
Oh.
point. Yeah,
It was long before
it's
this sketch.
unclear whether or not he enjoyed it or not. But he was always very nice about it.
Didn't he say, I know you are, you bastard?
But didn't you also play flag football with Tom Cruise during the show or something? I'm not trying to pimp you out. But,
I did, yes.
and he was really cool about
Well,
it.
no. My girlfriend at the time, Jean Triplehorn, who appeared on the show a couple times, was doing The Firm, the movie, with him, and so I went to visit her, and I guess she had been talking about it. I don't think he ever saw it. She'd been talking about that I did this impression on the show, and he's was just incredibly friendly and said, "Hey," when I came to visit her, he said, "Hey, let me check out that impression."
Oh.
And I was like, I said, I don't have the tapes with me. I'll get them to you. And I just, I never got them to him. It was too weird for me to sit and watch, with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he ended up seeing it, and then we ended up doing a thing on the MTV Awards a couple of years ago.
right.
As a stunt man, so it was.
That was great.
He just played
But we
this
love.
guy.
I mean, the
ended
other
up
thing
with
about doing Bono was how much we loved them. We love you too, and we worship them.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
Yeah, this was bizarre. But the song was great.
Oh yeah.
The song was great.
Yeah.
That was actually a dream I had.
Yeah.
And it's verbatim.
The man is Sherman Hemsley. The book is Cooking with Sherman Hemsley. Yeah. Thank you. All right, what do you say we take a look at what's on Zoo TV today? Hey, why not? All right, here we go.
See, now we're showing clips from our earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
She's right around the corner.
George Jefferson, what are you up to now?
Cairo, Egypt.
Cairo.
She's in Cairo.
Yeah.
That's because didn't he call people up from all over the world and
Yeah, well, we were being accurate.
yeah.
I never saw the Jeffersons, so this whole thing was.
Really? You
Yeah,
never?
I never watched it. I didn't watch much TV.
This is songs like
I mean, I know I know who they are, but I didn't.
Because then if we can move together, we can move it on up. Isn't that right, Sherman? That's right. Isn't that right, Weezy? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're moving on up. Moving on up to the east side. Moving on up to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up. Moving on up to the east side. Moving on up. We finally got a piece of of the pie. Sing it easy. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big league. Get not turning fat. As long as we live, you and me, baby, ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, we're moving on up to the east side. Moving on up, we finally got up of the pie. Like you.
We did moving on up to with the U2 music.
Right.
So it is a really great set, though, for just considering everything that we were dealing with budget-wise on the show.
And all the cameras, too.
Yeah, it was amazing to watch.
Yeah, Sharon Seymour did an incredible job. And
yeah, the crew.
And Jeff Knipp, who worked with her, was her art director. And those guys were working, all the time for no money. And basically, like I was talking about earlier, they just cared about trying to make it look great and, just had that attitude.
But also, the great thing about the crew that we talked about before is I don't think we ever were rejected. Like, they always found a way to do something with the money that we had.
Yes.
And they were phenomenal. They couldn't have been cooler with the time and money.
And Julie Carnahan did all the costumes. And
yeah.
And here we are getting use out of the Kreepee Board set makeup again, too.
Hey, sounds like Woody Allen in this one.
Let it go.
Sorry.
And
punch a wall right here.
I had a guy named Russ Alsobrook, who's a cinematographer who did an incredible job shooting this stuff, and Clyde Smith, who shot our pilot.
Russ did
Clyde is fantastic.
Austin Stories.
Yeah.
When it was in Austin
Russ?
with us, yeah.
What else?
Did all
Has
of
he
it.
shot anything since then that you?
Oh
know?
yeah, I mean he shot.
'Cause he
a
really
bunch
was
of,
great.
He shot. I know he's worked with Judd on his shows.
He does a lot of Dakota stuff too.
Russ
and Clyde, yeah.
So he worked on.
They're great.
Judd's last 2 series. So. Yes, Judd
Oh my
Apatow.
God.
See, now this was the moment we got canceled.
This is actually the last thing that would have ever aired because it was in the last.
I
piece
see
of
that
the
you're
last show.
enthralled by the 13th episode.
Well, when Judd takes his shirt off.
I love this piece.
Yeah, this was.
It's so bittersweet.
This was purely made up on the spot. We were just coming up with it, but Janine was just tapping into whatever older Jewish woman in her existed. I don't know how.
Actually, my cousin.
I mean, I know where my inspiration came
my
from.
cousin Pishik was very happy to hear that name being mentioned.
When I first started watching these characters and I loved them, but I never experienced anybody going really? There got people going to do it, and now since these have aired, I've experienced it, and it's really astoundingly what is wrong with you? You think I'm going to sit here on the plane or in the bathroom
and do my character for you and do my little funny bit for you?
Do it! Come on, do it!
I know. There's no.
Do it,
no.
people.
Come on, pouty face.
There's no way to win with those kind of people.
Man.
The Casey Kasem one of this, or the Irving Velish is.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Oh yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was incredible.
All right, well,
Good.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
and
you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, that was fun. Thanks guys.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.